Hello, I'm the Eternal Newbie. The extra L is for loathe, because you're probably gonna loathe me after this video, because I'm about to introduce you to 3 more terrible feats. Don't get me wrong, normally I love feats. They are a great way to separate your character and make them different. You know, to show the world that just because I'm a barbarian, doesn't mean I don't enjoy gardening, or knitting. And like most things in life, there are some good feats, some bad feats, and some what the hell were they thinking feats. Looking at you, Lucky. Today we're going to focus on the last category with 3 feats called Aimbot, Can't Touch This, and Zzzz Godly. And no, I did not fall asleep on that last one. That's actually what it's called. Our first cheat, sorry, slip there. I mean feat, seem to be based on video game PvP cheaters. It's called Aimbot, and it simply says, all of your ranged, weapon, and spell attacks automatically hit. And all this time I've been rolling dice like a square. Look, I get it. I am not known to be the best roller in the world. Heck, the other night the DM had to pull some kind of crazy trickery out of his butt to prevent me from dying because I couldn't roll above an 8 for like 8 rolls in a row. But why even play if you can't roll some dice? I love rolling dice. They just don't love me. I even do it all the time in life. Should I have 2 pizzas or 8 tacos for supper? Roll dice, find out. What kind of crazy sicko would even want to play a Dungeons & Dragons game with no rolling?
You know, back in my younger days, I was a first-person shooter fanatic. From the OG GoldenEye, to Halo, to Doom. I loved them all, especially when PvP started going online. I still remember the first time I saw 16 versus 16 in Halo 2. It was life-changing. Everything was perfect, except for one little, nearly inconsequential detail. I sucked. Though I still say technically it wasn't that I was really bad, it was just that everyone else in the world was better than me. Do you know what it feels like for a grown man-wolf to have prepubescent punks calling your parents' marital status into question after killstreaking you for the 5th time? It's not so great for the old ego, let me tell you. But then I discovered the wonderful world of cheating and sent Mr. Skull F for 2020 crying to his mom. Literally, he was stupid and didn't use push to talk. Those tears were the most delicious tears of my life. Then, I get into D&D, and it was so hard to cheat. I mean, sure, you could load your dice, but that takes effort. And if I wanted to use effort, I'd practice or something lame like that. No, sir. I want shortcuts. That's why I give Cheatbot, excuse me, Aimbot my Biff seal of approval.
Well, I just came up with a new video series idea. Biff T. Werewolf, D&D's worst player. Our next feat is for people that like to play monks, while also wanting to actually feel effective. What? Look, monks are my favorite class, but we all know they suck. Seriously, wizards? A freaking D8 for a frontline martial class that doesn't wear armor or use shields? My monk spends more time on his back than a $2 lady of the evening. This feat aims to fix that though, so dig up your old parachute pants for Can't Touch This. It says, you have been pushed to the brink more times than you can count. As a response, your body has learned to automatically react offensively and defensively to a threat. Add plus 10 to your initiative. Add plus 30 to your speed. You have advantage on dexterity and strength saving throws. While you are wearing light or no armor and wielding no shield, your AC includes your class modifier and your dexterity modifier. You gain the monk class feature, Flurry of Blows. This ability can be used as a free action against an opponent who makes an attack against you. You are immune to the following effects: grappled, paralyzed, petrified, prone, restrained, stunned, unconscious. Wait, how can you be immune to unconscious? What happens when you go to 0 hit points? You hold a dance off? Actually, that would be pretty cool. Whenever a melee attack against you misses, you can move up to 10 feet away from the aggressor without provoking an opportunity attack. This movement does not count against your total amount per turn, or your reaction apparently. On any initiative rolls, you may choose to strike any one enemy within 5 feet of you, once for each weapon you draw before the fight begins. On your first attack of the combat, you may triple the damage dice of your weapon. This does not apply to sneak attack dice. Whoa, there's actually a restriction? I would have bet $1 million before I read this there would be no restriction. Whenever you score a critical hit, You may also double your ability modifier when calculating damage. Your con bonus to health is doubled each time you level. You know, for all its faults, I think this one can be saved. We just need to take a few things out like this. Oh, 2 saves with 1 feat? No go. Really? A free action? Come on. This one doesn't even make sense. Alright, maybe we can keep... Nope, strike that. It makes even less sense than the last senseless one. This one's just plain annoying, so it's out. I don't know what they mean by class modifier, so goodbye, feature. Plus, it's totally insane. Triple damage? That is a triple no. Now, this one would actually be a pretty good feature for a monk, you know, if it wasn't crazy overpowered, so we're gonna have to axe it. There we go, it's fixed. Now it's only a little bit overpowered. And this leads us to our final feat of the day. Godly. Wow. I guess even the author fell asleep on this one. Let's see what it says. Extensive contact with a god gives you almost godlike abilities and powers. You gain a plus 10 bonus to AC. Your speed increases by 100 feet. Additionally, you have a flying, swimming, and climbing speed of 100 feet. You can use your action to cause any amount of creatures within a 100-foot radius sphere centered on you to make a DC 30 Constitution saving throw. On a failure, the target is reduced to 0 hit points and dies. On a success, the target takes 60 d8 necrotic damage and is unconscious. You can use your action to cause any amount of creatures within a 100-foot radius sphere centered on you to regain all their hit points. And of course, no god feat would be complete without this one. You can cast the wish spell an unlimited number of times a day. I don't even know what to say. We could take everything out of this and it would still somehow be overpowered as a blank piece of paper. I guess it's a good way to make sure all your friends hate you if that's what you're looking for.
I would counter that argument with this one. It doesn't do enough. I mean, sure, you get a flying, swimming, and climbing speed, but where's the tunneling speed? Also, what kind of god gives an enemy saving throws? I understand it doesn't matter because even if they pass, they're unconscious, but it's the thought that counts. Finally, plus 10 to AC? That means I could still technically get hit. I am not messing with that junk. But luckily, I, being a super duper genius, know how to fix this. I'll just use Wish to get a tunneling speed, then an extra 50 AC, and throngs of adoring groupies. Fine, I guess this one is acceptable. Barely.
Honestly, I think the worst thing about these feats is not the fact that they are game-breaking. Or even that they try to make one player stand out above the rest of the party, ruining the co-op nature of the game. It's that they are no fun. Worse, they actually make the game less fun. What's the fun of winning when you can't lose? But possibly even worse, and completely unforgivable, is the missed opportunity. Can't touch this, totally should have been called Please Hammer, Don't Hurt Him. What do you think? Did you enjoy this video? Let me know with a comment or a like. I read all the comments and I love getting them. Answer almost all of them too. If you have a video suggestion, I would love to hear that as well. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, play your character. Don't let your character play you.